Welcome back to Flow's Sports Fix on this Thursday edition. We've still got AFL tips, those 9 winners with you from the Statman, and the Statman and the Flowman and myself having a discussion about football on Good Friday. That's coming up a bit later in the program as well. But right now, the Flowman looking at a local football league, or is he?
We've been looking at regional competitions of football, but before I go to the Mallee Football League, in Pinnaroo and Border Cricket, Parrakie have taken out the premiership. They hit 6 for 175 off their 40 overs. Hayden Thorpe, we know that name out of Lameroo, and the football side hit 71 from 107 balls. William Werner, the powerful built forward and also can strike the ball beautifully in the cricket, hit 34 off 41. It was too good in the end for Lameroo, who in the final analysis were bowled out in the 33rd over when they had hit 120, and a good performance by Parrakie for Lameroo. They were well served by David Philby, that name synonymous with the footy too. 38 off the bat from him in a rearguard action, but it wasn't enough for the Lameroo side in the cricket, and the Pinnaroo and Border Cricket spoils go to Parrakie this season. Talking about that particular part of the world in football, the Mallee Football League gets going in earnest on April the 17th. But it's been an incredible league. It's had relative stability in the last 19 years. The league hasn't had any additions or subtractions to clubs in the competition. It came together in 1994, and at that stage the Murraylands Football League joined with the Lameroo and District to become the Mallee Football League. And it had at that time 7 clubs. A couple of clubs are now gone. Nagalo, I guess most of those on the border country down there went in with either Pinnaroo or Murrayville at the time, and they went in 2000. And then the Geranium-Perilla combination, they were formed out of those 2 clubs, but they only lasted about 3 years together, and they dropped out of competition in the very early stages of the Mallee Football League, about 1997, I think. 94 was the first year that it got going. Border Downs Tintinara joined the competition in 2001, and they've won premierships in the 2004, 2006 and 7. Then they had the 5 in a row, 10 to 14. They will celebrate the 10-year anniversary of that premiership, given that they weren't able to do the 2010 one last year, and then they won premierships in 2016, 18 and 19. The Mallee didn't play last year, so it went into recess, so no premier for 2020. Border Downs Tintinara, the powerful club in the comp at the moment. Karoonda, well, they've been in since 1994, and premiership success since they come out of the old Murraylands League. The Magpies has eluded them. They are no premierships so far, and they'll be hoping to readdress that ledger this year. And Lameroo, a powerful club of the competition in the context of their battle with the Border Downs Tintinara club for supremacy. They've won 10 premierships as opposed to BDT's 11, and they were the powerful club in the early stages, 94, 95, 96, the 3-peat there, a 2-peat in 98, 99, then in 2000, 2002, 2008 and 2009 back-to-back, and then 2015, a great premiership for them that year. Murrayville, the Bulldogs, joined in 94 as with the other clubs and won 2 premierships in 2003 and 2005. They were really good around that time too, the Wyatt boys, and they drew Crane firing, kicking big bags of goals, like I think 16 one day down at the Peak Oval. And then Peak and District, the Lions, their 2017 premiership, their only premiership, and that was a well-celebrated one too by the Peak and District folk. And Pinnaroo, the Superoos, have won 2 premierships, haven't for a long time, 20 years since the black, red and white Superoos have won a premiership. 2001 was their last one, following a 1997 triumph. So great stuff for Mallee to be going again. Let's hope for a good season. It's going to be covered both by Flow FM and also by MFL TV as Bruce and Jason, myself and the team, Lachlan and so forth, get together out at Mallee Ovals to give you a streamed coverage week in, week out of a game out of the Mallee. And Flow FM proud to support that initiative, and also continuing the radio coverage on the Sports Fix each night of the week, and on Friday night the Sports Show, and repeated Saturday morning.
And the Sport Show starting up on April the 9th. Looking forward to that from 4 to 7 p.m. Be listening out for it. 4 to 7 p.m. on April the 9th with the Flow Winter Sport Show. And as the Flowman said, repeated on Saturday mornings for you as well. And from a local football league to a local legend, a great of the game.
A good article on our Sports Fix today I was reading in the Bendigo Advertiser online. It is about one of the greats of the Hopetoun Footy Club, Doughy Robbins. You might remember he passed away, Peter Doughy Robbins, in 2018. A legend around Hopetoun and also Tempe, Goya, Patchawallick. He was the stuff of folklore. The article goes into one of the great clashes in country football when Peter Doughy Robbins met up with one of the greats from Kiamal, Don Polner. The two of them clashed and they shook the red earth around the Oyen Oval, and the claim that the two of them, when they met and hit together, they both ended up on the ground and neither moved until Peter Doughy Robbins eventually got to his feet and took himself down to the forward line to recover. He kicked 6 goals to lead his team to victory. It's the stuff of folklore, the old Southern Mallee and Mallee football leagues, the Northern Mallee football leagues, and we cover it in different forms these days with Owen United Kangas being up in the Sunraysia and the Southern Mallee Giants, Hopetoun, and the folk from Beulah being down in the Wimmera Football League. But the article in the Bendigo Advertiser talks about Kane Robbins, who is the son of Peter Doughy Robbins, and Kane, who more recently has been coaching over at Charlton in the 2018 and 2019 seasons before the recess in 2020. Kane, of course, had a terrific career down at the Bendigo Bombers, a couple of big seasons there. He got to Hawthorn to train with them and didn't get picked up on the list in a time where Hawthorn were really building towards that 2008 premiership. It was a opportunity for the young Robbins, the fourth son of the great Peter Doughy Robbins, to then try his luck over with Eaglehawk in the Bendigo League, and he has been a terrific player there. Came back and played with the Southern Mallee Giants too, and then of course has been at Charlton. Now this year, Kane is moving on to play at another club, Morong. This is the Morong Footy Club. They are in the Crows colours, or the Brisbane Lions colours, if you want to look at them in that regard. And he'll be playing in the Loddon Valley Football League this year. He's getting on in years, but still a very powerful, built, big 190-centimetre type player that can do the job both in the middle or up forward, where he can kick big bags of goals, as he did with the Southern Mallee Giants when he played there. He is going to be one to watch this year in our Sports Fix. We'll keep you posted on movements of players and as the teams get prepared and ready for season 2021.
The Flowman, he is so excited. He cannot wait for local football to begin for this season. He is so excited about it. I'm a bit worried. I think he might end up pulling a muscle if he's not too careful. And we're going to be looking at your 9 winners for round number 3 in the AFL with the Statman coming up next.